What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. That's right, today we're on the road to glory. I know you guys probably want the episode 3 of the SBC to Glory. As explained with that series in general, it's an account that takes a lot of time, you know, especially in the early stages. So we've had 2 episodes of the very boring stuff that I think you guys can follow on from now. So the next episode is going to be a real quick time lapse of loads more bronze packs and selling. And then hopefully starting to hit the silver and gold upgrade packs from the icons and completing some League SBC. So even if that might be 2 or 3 days without it now, it might be 2 or 3 days without it. But I'm still actively on the account. I'm still actively making the coins. We're up to almost 700 players on the account now. We're still about 40,000 coins in a good trade pile. So it's in a positive spot. But I wanted to just give a rundown of where we are on the road to glory. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I haven't all the content that I've done on this account for the last 3-4 days. I haven't shown any of it. So first things first, we have 720,000 coins. So you're going to ask yourself, where did some coins go? We hit up to 1.1 million. I sold obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold for 510k or 520k because I had a feeling that the market was going to start crashing. And I got out just in time, actually. Trent is now down under 500k, is at 480. Maybe 490, and the market is slowly deteriorating. So that 500k coins obviously was 500k of our 720 was from Trent, and then once we bought De Bruyne, we had nothing left. So we're still, after buying De Bruyne and doing League SBC grinds, we're still 220k up, but we're actually way more than that. When we look at our champs, I only got to 11 wins this week. I don't even play the game. I don't enjoy the game. That's it. That's where it comes to. I finished 11-0, and I'll get the 2,000 championship points, the 2 packs, the 20k coins, and 1 red pick with no limit. For me, that's okay now until team of the season. I'm just going to carry on enjoying the League SBC grind until team of the season. However, for rivals, I will push up to rank 3. I'm very close to it anyway. We've still got a whole day and a half because for rank 3, we're going to get a 50k and a mega pack. Like, you know, for maximum 3 games there, I'll be happy with that. But obviously, if I did play just a few more games in champs, I would have been okay anyway. It's relatively low as a points threshold. I just didn't want to do it. You know, I just didn't want to do it. So that's where we're at with rivals and champs, guys. And then the squad is still here. Our next updates are still going to be David De Gea Team of the Year and Patrick Vieira. The team is brilliant, you know, there's no question about that. I'm now using Marcos Alonso in the squad. He is my left back. Marcelo comes over to right back and Van Dijk goes in at centre back. So I started like this for better chemistry because, hold on, let me put it on. Yeah, you can see it's 193 anyway. Let me put my camera that side. You can see it's 10 for De Gea, then 7-7. And Van Dijk being on 7 is absolutely okay because of how good he is. Whereas if I started like this, it's only 8 for De Gea, 8 for Van Dijk, and 7 for Alonso. So even though by swapping them around, we're missing right here 7 chem points, and we're missing right here 6 chem points. So we're 1 chem point better off, and we get, it's just a better fit. That's how our team is. Obviously, we're looking to improve the squad still through the league grind. I've slowed a little bit down on the league grind just because we've been on that second account. But today we're here to finish off, I think, 3. But before that, we've got a lot of other SBC stuff to get on with. So we've got Patrick Vieira, 10 out of 11 completed. So I bought 1 player. I didn't show it. I just threw everything away. I was like, I'm doing the league stuff now. But I threw everything away. I threw my gameplay away, opening the 100k pack, which was dead from Vieira. It didn't contain anything of note. But Patrick Vieira cost us not a lot so far. And I had to buy Oblak for Patrick Vieira. And he cost me, I think at the time, about 88,000 coins, I want to say. 78,000 coins. So 78k of our coins went there. And then obviously we used other players that we had in the club to get Patrick Vieira. And now we've just got to complete the 88 rated squad, which we need to work a little bit harder for. We need to complete a few League SBCs here and there and buy a few players here or there. But I'm not rushing to complete those SBCs. If we only get Patrick Vieira for next weekend league, so be it. It's not a big deal. But we're nearly there with Vieira, which is very nice. I've also completed, guys, every single icon section for the first two, for the Humble Beginnings and Rising Talent. Every single one of them is done. I think there's 47 in total, but you'll see here we've done at least 2 segments from every icon. So they're all done as well. Once we get Vieira, obviously, that'll be a big addition to the club. Michael Ballack will be able to be used in another icon SBC. I might go and get Prime Hullet eventually. I don't know. It depends how the prices of these players go over the course of time. But the SBCs are available right now. This player pick upgrade is just worthless. Luka Jovic is also a bit worthless. He's coming in. He has an FFS card that's very, like, it's 88 rated as well. It's not identical in stats, but it's very similar. But 172,000 coins for that 88 Jovic, and his FFS card earlier was like 180 or something. I assume it's gone down a little bit now because of this. Oh, it's crashed hard. It has crashed very hard. It's 160 on PlayStation, 140 on Xbox. So I'm never touching this SBC because it's a rip-off, and this SBC is a rip-off as well. And I will show this over the screen now just whilst we talk. What minute am I? I don't even know where I'm at here, but let me just do a... I just needed to do that. I know it's bad for your ears. I needed to see an audio spike so I know where to put the video. I wanted to do something for Twitter to show this player pick upgrade, right, costs 11 golds, 6 of them rare. And you get 1 pick from a 4-player pack that has no minimum rating, which is just stupid. And then I say this player pick, you can't see what I'm doing because there's a player there. Basically, the player pick pack is 11 gold, 6 rare, 5 common. And you get 1 player from 4 packs, and you would have seen already, I guess, or thereabouts. From the upgrade section, you could put in 11 common golds, and you get 2 players. And so it's cheaper for double the amount of players. You just don't get to pick it. But because there's no limit in the player pick pack, it's better to do the other one. So I'm not touching that on this account, and I generally wouldn't anyway. But I'm not even going close. We then have the new team of the daily SBC, which requires 2 Serie A players, same nation, maximum 2, which actually means the Serie A off-league golds are probably going to go through the roof a little bit. I might have already missed the boat because it's been a fair old whack of time already. But let's go and get all the the off-nation golds, and see what they're floating up at in price. And this is the time, guys, where you're able to make some of your profit back from anything that you've done that we've kind of explained, and even to the point where you can do it with the silvers too, because this SBC can allow you to have silvers. So I kind of need the Genoa goalkeeper for the next time around of Genoa. He's under 2k now as well, which is nice. But yeah, I'm going to have a look at these prices. I assume that they're just a little more than normal, but nothing crazy. Yeah, see, I'm going to hold on to these guys just because I might do a check off camera because I don't want to just sit here and waste an absolute crap ton of your guys' time. Morales might be expensive. It's coins at the end of the day, isn't it? I will go and do this off camera, though. This Malcut is also going to be relatively expensive as well. But in terms of the League SBCs, we've got a lot to show for that. I'm going to go and sell all of that stuff, like I say, off camera. But I do want to complete this SBC. So we're going to need our 2 Serie A players. I'm going to take Italians. It's just going to be a lot easier to take Italians, and even easier to take 2 centre mids or a striker and a left wing. There we go. So that's our 2 Serie A players and our main nation 1 done. We need 3 leagues, only 8 golds, and 1 of the Champions League cards. So I'm going to go and find our golds from our off leagues because they're going to be the ones that are going to get us. Well, there you go. Does it have to be a rare Champions League? No, it can be anyone. So we could pop him in there. And the great thing about this is we can go to anything in here in the Czech League. And if we've got a few spots that we can throw in, a couple of centre mids there, and 1 of the right mids, we don't have a right mid, so we could pop him up there. Didn't mean to do that. We can throw him up there and pop this guy out there. And that still allows us another silver or 2. And now we just need to go and find some more golds. So the Australian League, I just use those in that, packing that Giroud that you would have seen. Turkish League, I don't want to use. Danish League, we don't have any golds. This won't have any golds. South African League doesn't have enough golds. The Scottish League, we've already cleared out. The Saudi League, I don't care about. The Argentinian League is a good league to do. I know they have a League SBC, but the golds from this League SBC are all absolute discard price. So same nation is a maximum of 3, so I don't need Argentinians if I can help it. which is actually a bit of an issue because there we go. So he's not Argentinian. Do we have a centre-back that's not Argentinian as well? Can be silver. Oh, we do. Perfect. So Abraham there can go in. That's 78 chemistry. And now I do need 2 more golds for this team. And Hernandez can go in. And Nandez can go in. So Hernandez and Nandez. And there you go. 8 players gold. Chemistry done. 1 Champions League player. 3 leagues. Same nation max 2. 2 Serie A players. And we get ourselves a Prime Electrum Players pack for that, which is obviously very, very nice indeed. Decent SBC that. And then the Gonzalo Guedes card, I am going to complete this. And first, before we go there, I want to show you where I'm at with the League SBCs on this account. And I want to show you my club a little bit before we get into Gonzalo Guedes. So the Serie A, I'm 10 out of 20 again. And the Serie A has had an issue specifically with Genoa. In the reason that Genoa's gone up so much recently is because of the popularity of the league system, being so successful. It's taken it, a lot of their players are transferred out, and there wasn't like a huge amount of demand for it. Where the hell is the Italian league? There wasn't a huge demand for the Genoa players. There wasn't no demand, there just wasn't a huge demand. But since a lot more people have been doing this, it's become far more popular, and the transferred out Genoa players have now gone, and so people are having to use silvers in their place, which is bumping the price up. So, it was already before I didn't popularize this, but before I started making videos on this and did this more intently, and other content creators as well, Genoa was always like 17 to 20,000 coins, and now it's 30,000 coins. So Genoa has gone up, and it makes it so that the Serie A now has 3 expensive teams because of Parma and Empoli. It has 3 expensive teams, but Empoli are 27k according to Futbin, Genoa are 30k according to Futbin, and Parma 34k. So about 100k's worth of really expensive teams. The Bundesliga, however, the Bundesliga is in quite a good spot. Now, I do need to complete the Bundesliga 2 times to get Patrick Vieira done. And it's not terrible. There's no horrendous club in the Bundesliga. Nuremberg at 20k is relatively expensive. Bayern says 30k. It's nowhere near it. Dusseldorf at 20k. After those 3 clubs, the Bundesliga is a really, really good league to go for, because everything else is under 10k, including Dortmund, which give a really good pack. The Premier League is in a really good spot, actually. Other than City and United, because of marquee matchups, the Premier League is generally at its cheapest. Cardiff has come down massive. Cardiff is down into the 20s every single day now. You can get the silvers really cheap. You either need to get a left back, a right back, or a goalkeeper, which are the more expensive players. Everywhere else is just really, really cheap for Cardiff. And then every club, again, in the Premier League is cheap, except for United up at 24k, and that's because of A, the English requirements for weekly objectives, and B, the marquee matchups that requires, what does it require? Manchester United and or Manchester City players. And Man City are just always the most expensive club, up at about 45k. So other than that, the Premier League is another nice one to be able to rinse and repeat if you're stuck. So Bundesliga and Premier League are 2 really good league SBCs right now. Liga Santander, however, has come into a bit of a power shift in terms of the expensive clubs. So obviously Real Madrid is always relatively expensive, as is Barcelona. But the 2 big boy clubs, Valladolid and Huesca, have gone through the roof right now. And again, it comes down to a lot of supply and demand, but also price fixers. So some of the Huesca players have been price fixed. Like, I was looking at the prices of Huesca just generally, and even long before I started getting on this SBC train, the prices, according to Futbin, of Huesca have always been between 50 and 70,000, and is now up in the 60s. But even if you go back a week or 2 weeks, it was 55 and 50. And one of the biggest issues as to why it's so expensive now isn't only because of the popularity of the method. It's also because EA haven't, 3 weeks in a row, EA haven't put any silver packs in marquee matchups. So the supply of silvers is at an all-time low, causing these prices of all the silver expensive teams in every league, not just La Liga, including Serie A and Bundesliga, causing the prices of those teams to go up. Now, what that does is it allows you to actually take advantage of that via silver pack method, and we'll get to that in a second. So the La Liga is in a good spot. I just finished the French league. I'm not like French league. I actually consider as a small league because it's just bad, right? The packs are terrible, and it has, I think, like 3 really expensive squads. Like PSG isn't even the worst team in the French league. The pack that you get back from PSG is okay. and the price of PSG is okay. But the French league in general has Amiens at 20k. It has Nimes at 22k, PSG at 22k, and then Kane at 20k, and Stade Reims at 16k. So even if you take out PSG, it's got like 4 teams that are like 15 to 25k, depending on how good you can snipe the players or who you pack. And the packs that you get back are just so tragic from this league in general. As a generalization, there's a few decent packs in there, but the packs in general are so tragic that this is one that I'll complete with the little ones as I go. Now, for the rest of the leagues, Hyundai A-League I've recently completed. Liga NOS, we've got done today, guys. So I've completely finished the Liga NOS. And the reason why I've completely finished the Liga NOS and a lot of the leagues right here today is because if we go to my Liga NOS, other than the 2 very expensive teams from the Liga NOS, we're in a good spot for a lot of the teams. Not all of the teams. Boa Vista, we've only got 3. Firenze, we now have 5 already of the silvers. Tondela, we're up to 6. You know, we're in Aves is the second expensive team. But for the gold teams, Porto, we've got done. Funchal, we're at 6 right there. Chavez, we're only at 3. But Maritimo as well, I just finished yesterday. Moriense, we're already at 5 of these players. And then when we get down to Rio Ave, already 6 of the players. And then the big teams, we've got all of them done. Braga, done. Benfica, done. Sporting, done. And Guimarães, basically done. So we're already like, for 6 or 7 of the teams, we're fully finished in the Liga NOS again. And for 5 or 6 of the teams, we've got 4 to 7 players. So we're in a really good spot to get back to a point where we only need the expensive teams again. And we've got ourselves now a brand new card, which is very good because we're going to take these cards to either help with Patrick Vieira's final squad or to help with the daily SBCs that come out with players. So I'm not necessarily going to use Brahimi for Guedes, but I also will be using some of them. So MLS, we're back up to 17 out of 23. We're in a really good spot there as well. The J-League I just completed. I've got a lot of them already done. Again, I just need to go through them. The Eredivisie, I am not touching until I pack the 2 expensive Utrecht players. The players themselves are just not good enough to care about. They're not high rated enough, and Utrecht is so expensive that I don't care about it. The Saudi League, however, I have also completed. There's only one expensive team in the Saudi League, and that is now the whole Saudi League has risen in general, again because of the lack of supply of silvers. But in terms of expensive teams, Al Fateh 23k, and then there's not an expensive team outside of that. There's 2 teams up at about 10k. Al Faya and Al Hilal, but everything else is so cheap. So for me, this league is a good one because this one actually gives a lot of packs that give you silvers and give you rare golds and stuff like small prime gold players packs and things like that. And we get to take ourselves another 86 rated card. So that's now an 87 and an 86 that we put into the club. And then the CSL has got a few problem teams as well, more than normal. And again, it comes down to 2 things. Number 1, the lack of silvers being on offer. And number 2, the popularity. Henan Jianye being one of the more expensive teams ever. But for the CSL, the only expensive teams, Guangzhou are up at 10k. Guangzhou RNF are at like 15k. Guizhou Hengfeng are at 18k now. And then Henan Jianye at 15k. So other than those ones, this is again quite a cheap league that is predominantly bronze as well. So you get most of it via your bronze pack method. And there's loads of teams that are dead cheap for good rewards. For example, Chongqing SWM says here it's 3k for a mixed players pack. That's 12 players for 3,000 coins. And you don't know what you get in there, you know, which is great. And of course, the CSL in general gives a relatively decent player as well. It's another 86 rated card. So we've just added now an 87 and 2 86s into our team. And we're going to take Carrasco there as well. I know we've got Brahimi already, but we're going to take Carrasco and pop him in. And I think I've got one more league done. Yeah, the Liga MX I've also got done. Now, the Liga MX is a weird one because it doesn't give the greatest packs. The teams aren't necessarily expensive. There's a few up there. Atlas, because it gives a rare gold pack, are like quite expensive. And Cruz Azul is 10k. But other than that, I think there's one more that gives a good pack. Querétaro is 10k. and Veracruz, this last team, is 14k, and Toluca is 12k. So there's a few, but there's no like banging expensive squads here. So a lot of this is like easy and affordable. The reason why I don't really care about this league too much is because the packs aren't brilliant for these teams, and the player isn't brilliant either. It's only an 84 coming in here. But what we've got the luxury of now, guys, is we have the luxury of being able to do those 4 SBCs that I just completed. We get to go and do all the cheap, very, very affordable, profitable teams straight away again. And you can see here, Super League and Argentinian, we're halfway through or a bit over. SPFL, we're nearly halfway through. The Pro League are just finished, so we're not quite close. And Championship, we're nearly at the end again. We've got 7 teams left there. And so we're in a really, really good spot with the League SBCs, where I can go over the low League SBCs again. I'll complete Bundesliga and Premier League again, and I might have to rethink how I get Patrick Vieira finished, because I'm heavily dependent on Patrick Vieira's 88 squad. I'm heavily dependent on 2 leagues that I don't think are worth it, with 87 Tovan and with 88 Skriniar. So I might remove those, and I might have a little look at what else we can do here without that. And obviously 90 Casemiro's going in there as well, but I don't know if I'm going to do La Liga until I can afford to do it via grinding. You know, I'm not just going to pay for those cards. So Patrick Vieira might have to wait just a little bit. But in terms of where we are with the club now, guys, before we are going to open the 9 packs that I've got in store. So as you can see, I'm down to 720k coins, but I'm not really down coins because we've completed the 89 rated squad for Patrick Vieira. That was obviously a massive expense that we didn't really have to pay much for. We got for very, very, very cheap based off of the League SBCs. It's up at like 500k, right? So now that we've completed that and we've completed every other segment of Patrick Vieira, we only have left the 88 rated squad, which we'll be able to do. So obviously purchasing Oblak for 80k or 78k or whatever I purchased him for was a big hit of coins. So other than that, at 800k, if I let's take out of consideration the 80k that I bought for Oblak, I'm 300,000 coins down where I was at my max. But what we have in the club is worth so much. Even just the goal players, I started holding on just a little bit to a few of them. So we've got 3 informs, 2 walkouts in Mertens and Sanchez at 87 rated. We've got an 86 Skriniar, a few 85s and a few 84s, which I was selling all the time previously because they were so high. They're not high enough right now. So the market is trended down a little bit even for 84s and stuff. So I'm just going to hold on to them until the market comes up or until I need the coins now, because I don't need the coins right now. So we've got easily, what are the 87s and 86s cheapest by rating. So the 3 informs, there's like 40k's worth of coins right there. The 87s are 25k, so there's another 50k there, so that's 90k, and the 86s are 20k, so that's 110, and then the 85s at 10k, 120, 130. So there's 130k's worth of sellable cards right here, plus probably another 50 to 70k of riffraff that we've added into the club with 83s and 82s and stuff that we just don't have to buy anymore. So arguably there's almost 200k, 150. Let's go low and say 150. If we're up at 800k now without buying Oblak, I know we did buy Oblak, but for argument's sake, that extra 150 in sellables puts us up to 950k. Now we're only 150,000 coins short from where we were at our max, and we've completed that Patrick Vieira segment, and we've got ourselves loads still of untradeable big cards. So we have Cruz in the squad now. I have that 87 Giroud that we just packed, which he'll go into Patrick Vieira if I can make it work with a Giroud in there. We've got, look at all these League SBCs. Brahimi, Ducouré, Gomes, and Carrasco as 86 and 87s. And when we're looking at the 86 being worth 20k, that's 60k's worth of content there. Brahimi is another 25k's worth of content. The 284s, which we can use for, what's his face, can go in. I'm not going to do that here today. We've got all week. I'm going to get loads more SBCs before that. And so with the rise of silver players, with the rise in, the rise in expense of some of the silvers, we already have been attacking the silver pack method a lot throughout the course of this year, even the offline draft method, Silver packs right now can be, not going to be, can be very profitable. In fact, somebody had tweeted me that he opened 50 of these 2.5k packs and he came out well on top after the 50. Now, I'm not suggesting by any stretch for you guys to just go out there and start banging in these packs, right? Because if you don't hit a card that is important, like we're going to get 1,400 for him, but if you don't hit a card that's important, you could lose potentially like, 1,500 coins a pack. It's nowhere near as valuable. It's far more risky to do this than it is to do bronze pack method. Even with the current state of the market, I personally think bronze pack method is still an extremely effective way to make coins, and I'm showing that, and you'll see that even a bit more tomorrow. I'm showing that on the other series that we've got running on the channel right now. So yeah, the silver pack method there, it's available. But to end off today's video, guys, we're going to open all of the save packs we've got. There's nothing major here. A couple of silver packs, couple of gold packs, small gold players, prime electrum, small prime electrum, mixed players. That's from obviously the SBCs we've just done. And obviously for me, the silver packs are just brilliant. What we'll have in the next video is all of the big... what have we got here? So Grondin, we don't need or care about. Well, I'll hold on to them because I do want to do them. A couple of other League SBC cards, which are nice. Maybe this Italian is selling again. Or Italian silver selling. I know some silvers are going to be selling based on the new League SBC, and some bronzes as well based on the new League SBC. And if we go to Footbin, as per usual with Footbin, man, people are just so dumb with how they treat Footbin, right? If I go and have a look at the completed challenges and go and click on it, this guy's got like these random players from random leagues, like Austrian league cards that are... Oh, that's nice. See, we can keep him. That's very nice indeed. Yeah, some Austrian league cards that are going to go through the roof for just a small period of time. This is actually one place where I could potentially make some good revenue on the new account, because we've got... Let's go to the Austrian league and go for the bronzes. I surely have... That's not the Austrian league. I surely have a couple of these cards. So I don't have the ones that... Oh, no, wait. He's gone for the Danish league there, has he? What league is that? No, it is the Austrian league. I just don't have the cards. Yeah, I just don't have the cards. So I've already got rid of mine. And this in the other account, though, I will have a lot of the off-league bronzes and silvers that we'll be able to use very comfortably. I'm not going to go through it now on the video because the video is going to end up being mad long as per usual. But here we go, guys, with just the packs to finish off. So I just wanted to give like a little rundown of where we are, what we've got going on. I know, like, one of the things that people don't understand is that they see where I'm at, right? And they kind of look and they're like, oh, you've lost lots of coins. Yeah, we are absolutely down on coins. But to say we've lost lots of coins isn't necessarily true, because we've completed segments of Patrick Vieira. We've completed lots of League SBCs that has given us SBC cards stored in the club for another SBC that will give us more rewards. And we've completed so many of the little League SBCs that we can go around on again now that will bring us a huge sum of coins. And that's why I think over the next 2 or 3 days, you're going to see us start creeping back up towards the 1 million coin mark, because we have already so many. We have already so many of the teams from those minor leagues fully complete, and so many of the minor leagues already fully complete, to the point where it's just going to be a lot of profit coming in now. Anything nice that we hit is going to be profit. Any duplicates is going to be profit. And it's going to be restacking some of the other leagues. So we're in a really good spot, in my opinion, where we're hopefully about to see a nice big influx of coins. And at that point, it's like, look, it cost me next to nothing to get an 89 rated segment done of an icon, and a few other bits and bobs along the way. So very happy with that, And I'm very excited, funnily enough. I'm very excited for Team of the Season for this grind to start. Because if EA puts something new in for Team of the Season, that obviously would be brilliant. And also if EA don't put... walkout, come on. This is where it comes back, guys. Brazilian goalkeeper, Alisson, please be Alisson. Yes, come on, a big 87. That's what's up. That's out of the worst pack out of the whole set that we've got here in the 4 gold packs left. Just one rare. Look at that, man. And we get a Dijon player as well. And Dijon players are... Oh, that guy's not worth much. But we get ourselves Alisson out of there. And that is a 30k card. I think the 87's 20... If the 87's a 25k, but he's 30k. I'm going to sell him right now because he will eventually come down to being a deadbeat card. Yeah, so they're 25k and Allison is a little bit higher. Oh, he's 28k there. So I'm still gonna sell him just because he's a little bit more expensive than the base version of cards because he's actually a usable card. So I'll take 27,000 coins back for him. And that is exactly why I feel like we're about to start making money back, because we are just in a good spot in this account right now. And I feel like you'll see us go, again, a massive coin spike and then a small coin drop and then a massive coin spike. And that's where we're going to be heading from this point onwards. So nothing too major there. Pavlenka, not selling for anything at the moment. We'll pop him up for 950 coins. And Mansilla, absolutely worthless. And that's why, he's an Argentinian league left mid, and he's worthless. So the Argentinian league is a relatively decent one to go. We also get a mixed players pack. Anything silver that's good here would be very, very welcome. I can't believe we got a walkout from that. That's fantastic. Only one rare, and it's gold again, which is okay, I suppose. Lukaku, again, a few players that we could pop into the league SBC. Japanese player, Everton player is nice. An Italian league Dutch who's probably selling for a chunky amount. Yeah, see, this is why I'm going to sell those Italian league players and not even focus on the Italian league right now, because they're just part of the, the SBCs. And that's a nice little bit more coins. And then a Prime Election Players Pack to finish off today's video, guys. No walkout. Can we end with a board? Yes, we can. Is that an inform? No, it's not. That is a striker. An 85. Hey, brilliant. Again, brilliant, guys. Just starting to fill the club right back up with really, really expensive players. Now, if I wanted to cash out all of my players that we picked up, Phil Jones in there as well is a nice card to get. Yeah, see, I told you, Man United right now are mad expensive. I'm going to hold on to him because I'm going to be able to use him. French League One player and a Manchester City player as well. That is a great player to get. He's a 5k player. Now we don't have to buy him for the Man City SBC. Oh, it's not Huesca. Oh, man, that badge kills me every time, man. But yeah, we're in that spot now where we're about to start banking. I am considering just still selling everything up and just getting the coins back in the bag, because for us, it's about making coins. But I actually don't care necessarily about making coins right now. And the reason why I don't care necessarily about making coins right now is because I don't care to add De Gea to my squad that deeply. You know, his 91 is already quite good enough. As you guys know, I wanted the team of the year as more of a flex rather than anything else. And he goes 90 with the chem style I have: 99 diving, 99 handling, 94 reflexes, and 99 positioning. I don't care to improve on that for the sake of 900,000 coins right now. And we are one squad away from Patrick Vieira anyway to complete off the squad. And after that, the next two additions we're going to be looking at Ronaldo and Neymar Team of the Year cards. Now, the Team of the Year cards that I have bought are dropping down in value. I bought him for 3.8. I think he's down at like 3.6 right now, 3.5 even. And people have been telling me, man, you should sell them up, go liquid. I don't care. I don't care. What am I going to sell Mbappe for? To get what version of who? For what price? This team is so deep and so good that I don't care about selling these players to get my coins back. I could sell Marcelo, Van Dijk. In fact, let me just go and give you guys a very, very quick rundown of the value of sellable players that I've got. So we've got Mbappe, Team of the Year. We've got Van Dijk, Team of the Year. We've got De Bruyne, Team of the Year. And we've got Marcelo, Team of the Year. Those are the four that we could sell. And if I sold those, according to the market right now, it's up at 7.7 million coins. What am I going to do with 8.5 million coins with the coins that I've already got? What am I going to do with it? Like, I want these players. I want to use and experience these players. I just wish the gameplay was more fun to play. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like rating. I have something in my ear. Comment and subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace. Did I say something in my ear? I meant I. I'm going delusional. I'm losing it.